Right, we're back in the wonderful, wonderful world of Subnautica to complete an objective that will not be so wonderful, but that's just part of this great journey that I will have to be going on. That's just part of it. But what I've got to do is I've got to go down to the inactive lava zone and eventually the active lava zone itself. So that's going to stir up some interesting encounters with the traditional residents. But before I do that, there's one place that I did not go to while I was here in the Lost River, which is, you don't have to go there to beat the game, but really I think it's kind of important to go to it regardless. But before I'm out of the area, I do want to stop by the disease research facility, just because it is one of the crucial places of the story, and unless I'm mistaken, there might be something there that I should have. I can't remember for sure, but I'm just not gonna risk it. And it's kind of nestled in this side corridor where you can see these pillars, and there's going to be some warper friends in the area, but I have to use a prawn suit to get in just because the force fields are broken, so I will need a pocket of air. But here it is, just kind of buried back here in this kind of side corridor, but I think it's definitely an important place to drop by for sure. It sure does. And there's the Warper friends. Looks like there's possibly a Reaper skeleton down there, unless that's just something else. Kind of some... Okay, yeah, here's the entrance right here. I do not mean to cause harm to any of the residents here, except for maybe the Warpers. They can kind of be injured, I suppose. I thought that was a Reaper, but it could be. It just is missing the head, so it's kind of hard to know for sure. Well, anyways, I'm going to try to make this as painless as possible. But essentially, what the deal is I need to get the prawn suit and I need to navigate down to that door right there. And so that's going to be a very interesting task, I would say, because if I linger around for too long, the warper is going to get me, and I'm not too interested in that, I'm afraid. I'll need one of these to be the grappling arm. Right, well, here goes nothing. Going to... Oh gosh, no, please, no. The Warper friends already know of my presence. They don't like my presence either. They actually followed me in here. They were trying to keep a disease in and a sea dragon out. I just perhaps might not be the most welcome guest in this alien world. Here are all the creature eggs that they were, when they were looking for a cure for the coronavirus. And I think whenever I have to kind of learn about it, it forces me to look at it, and that's why I just love wearing gloves in this game, because I don't like seeing those big green nasties on my hand. That's something I'm not very fond of, quite frankly. I just gotta sneak down here, and there's gotta be like a whole bunch in here, because I thought there was a lot more unlocked than what this is. And I'll need my scanner, of course, to document all this stuff that I personally already know. But you know, when you're sitting at the end of the game, it's kind of an interesting thing to look at the end. There's one of the specimens that I think people kind of speculate that it's like associated with the biter family over here, and you can actually swim in here. I wouldn't want to swim in here because like it's hard to see where the glass ends, so you could like cut yourself a real good one. That'd be like less than a desirable outcome. This is where they're kind of developing.
location and subjected to intensive study.
This is kind of where they're creating the warper friends to come
Pertaining to the bacteria.
hunt me down and
Caution.
get me a good one. I don't know if I want to do a self-scan because that shows me things I don't want to see. It's very, very kind of interesting concept that they got going on here with how they basically made the warpers from a mix of robotic and biological material and basically programmed them to go after the infected and try to contain the virus, although unfortunately that would not work out. I'll do a self scan and I'll show.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
It's like gaining on me. There's no outrunning it. Oh, nasty. Now you know why I got those magnificent gloves on, so I don't have to look at that just constantly. Alright, well I guess that's it, and be heading off to the inactive lava zone now. I think I got everything. So now it's just time to make a safe venturing with the Cyclops and not get kidnapped by warpers on the way. Fantastic. I suppose you'll have to wait until next time to try to get me, huh? We're definitely not gonna feel guilty about that. That I can promise you. My gosh, the warpers, they're all over the place here. I hope you don't mind me scanning your things, but what can you do if you did mind? You needed to take your opportunity to get me while I was in the prawn suit. I have to go out in the prawn suit some more, but once you get the cure, then they stop actually going after you. But by that point, you're so uncomfortable with their presence that I still don't want anything to do with them, which is kind of funny. Even after they're neutral, I still don't want to be anywhere near them when they're going to do as much harm as a reefback would at that point. I'm going to be passing our beautiful cove tree here. And then I need to get some kyanite to be making my thermal power plant. Polyaniline, I always forget. Gold and hydrochloric acid. What does hydrochloric acid cost? Deep shroom 3 and salt deposit. So I better get that just while I'm here, because I know it's here. So I don't want any second guessing here. I really need to get it soon because I'm already down to 71%. So I want to be at 100% constant. I'll take a slew of these steep shrooms. How about that? Well, I know I wasn't here for too long. I just wanted to establish a base. It's a good landing pad, and we will be back to enjoy this magnificent location here. We'll go ahead and even take some pictures while we're here. That's a really nice picture right there. But now we got some pictures. This is probably my personal favorite place in the Lost River, at least. One of the most visually appealing for sure. But we'll see this base later on my way back up, because I will have to take the Cyclops back up. I can't just teleport out. We'll see this place on the way back, and this magnificent tree here, which will be very comforting after some of the places I will have to travel through on this journey. I kind of debated on whether or not I wanted to build another outpost down in the inactive lava zone, but I've kind of decided against it, just based on the fact that it's an undesirable place. I don't really want to go back down there once I'm done with it, and I think the Cyclops is really a good mobile base when you are considering everything. Basically, I think there's 2 entrances into the inactive lava zone, which then goes into the active lava zone. But there's this one, and then there's one that skips the cove tree, which who on earth would want to do something like that? You just got to go past the cove tree, and then you go down this, and beyond these this trio of waterfalls. The water gets kind of a welcoming orange tint to it, but it's the only place where perhaps it's a very warm environment, but also very uninviting at the same time. Kind of a funny concept. See, the water's starting to get orange, the temperature is already rising, and the warpers are already around. And so I'm going to try to get this upgrade as fast as possible. Those jerks are going to latch onto me, the lava larva. I just really need to acquire kyanite as soon as I can. They're going to start draining my power. This is the mean place towards the end of the game. I'm trying to, as warper friends, I'm going to try to keep moving. This is just not a place to be out and be sightseeing. This is no tourist destination. Make no mistake. This is the inactive lava zone. And there's going to be some very unfriendly folks circling around a central place referred to as the lava castle. So I'm just gonna try to keep low. Don't bring any attention to myself, any unwanted attention, because from my experience, the big guys are just about, there's kyanite right there. The big guys are just about unavoidable. So we're just gonna try to keep a low profile. We're in their home right now. And I don't mean to invade or intrude by any means. Hey, warper, I need to go down there and I need to drill those out. So I'm gonna try to use the Cyclops as kind of a shield and power this down. And as soon as I get that kyanite, I can make the upgrade. But it's just kind of about making sure the coast is clear. I don't see who I'm concerned about. I think I'm low enough to where I can get that one and that one. I just have to be watchful for warpers. Watch this be like that moment in my last video where the crab squid just shows up. I'm gonna have both drill arms. I can scan the lava larva through the windshield. I'll tell you everything you need to know about him. You don't want him around. I'm gonna go out here and drill some kyanite. If the warper gets me, the warper gets me. But I'm sitting at full health. I can kind of escape. Oh. Hey, buddy. You want me to scan you? I'm gonna scan you. Wow, that's awesome. I never scanned the warper before. I'm just kind of on edge just because I've never been teleported out like that before. I could leave now, but I want enough kyanite to where I don't have to come back or get out again. But it looks like I'm getting quite a bit. Hello. Maybe you don't notice me? Might have heard the big guy, which is more than... Okay, yeah, that should be more than enough. Got my kyanite wiring kit. That's 2 silver. You know, maybe we're just gonna do all right. Maybe we'll be just fine. Whenever I leave, I also need to cut off all those lava. I'm not gonna worry about them while I'm down here. I need to cut all those lava larvas off when I go into cooler waters. Need the hydrochloric acid. Then I got my polyaniline. Is that our pronunciation, perhaps? Oh, I need 2 of those. Oh, you know what? I might not have a second salt. I need another salt. Oh, I've already got salt. I thought I had to get out again. All right. Magnificent. That just made my day. Salt. anywhere else, and it's just about one of the most worthless things to me, because I never cure food. I never really use the bleach method, just because I've got my water filtration machines. All right, now I got myself my Cyclops thermal reactor module for use by the Cyclops. Look at that, it's already going up already, and I know for sure I've got those lava larvas out there. You got like a diagram. I got 4 of them, 4 of the suckers on the outside of the Cyclops. I'm gonna keep the lights off. I know we can't see worth a dime, but it's all about trying to keep a low profile, and it's hard to see if there's anybody lurking out in the orange hues. I'm like leaning in to my monitor to like see if I can see this guy before he sees me. But basically there is this big structure in the middle of the biome, which is important because that is where the alien thermal plant resides. Here is a crater down to the active lava zone, but I need to go to the lava castle. They call it the lava castle. To the thermal plant hiding in the lava castle first before I do that. I got like these smudges on my screen, so it's kind of hard to see like distant details. That was definitely him. Oh! There's a sea dragon. Sea dragon Leviathan. I kind of want him to come over here. I could get a good picture of him. But at the same time, that's kind of a distance that you want sea dragon Leviathans to be at. Okay, he's going off. I think this is the lava castle right here. I think it is. There we saw our sea dragon friend, and he doesn't like us a whole lot. I wish you could like zoom in on these pictures. But yeah, there he is. We got some snapshots of him for later. Ugh, nasties. Ugh, nasties. This isn't a lava castle. There it is. There it is. It's up ahead. I'm nothing more than a floating landmass, and sea dragons cannot eat floating land masses. There's where I need to be. That door right there. That's where I need to be with the prawn suit. Park right at the entrance and run in so fast. Gotta be aware of our surroundings. I hear him like crazy. I just don't see him anywhere. Which I guess arguably that's how you want your... Oh gosh. It's arguably how you want your sea dragons. You want to be able to hear them but not see them, because if you see them, then it's already likely too late, I'm afraid. I mean, look at them all. There's so many of them. I got that thermal deal, so that's what's really saving me big. We are ready to face death if it is required. All right, we're in the clear. That wasn't bad at all. It's the mean place at the end of the game. It's like a maze in here. Oh, these little jerks. There's the thermal plant over there. I would just like to take advantage of collecting any kyanite that I can. That little jerk's following me. He's a little good for nothing pest. Get lost. You ain't nobody. There's a much bigger fella outside. There's a much bigger guy outside. Blink. Get lost. You're a bigger pest than a bone shark. And that's really saying something. Now, I don't think that they can come in here. Oh gosh, there's warpers. I wasn't thinking. I didn't grab my grappling arm. I need to sit here, charge, and make a full leap. And if I can't get it... Oh, that's nothing. Alright, no warper friends. It's not that we don't like the warper friends, they just don't like me. I mean, you gotta take the ion power cubes, for sure. These will be just so good with the ion power cells. Here's the blue tablet, which is essential for getting into the primary containment facility with the Sea Emperor. Very important for the entirety of the game. I think you only need one of them, but we're gonna scan it anyways. I guess, are there two? There's the Sea Emperor. We're on our way, I promise. We're on our way. We're gonna try not to die along the way to a sea dragon. We're on the way, we're gonna help you out. This is the place where the precursors would have generated all their power using the thermal, this big thermal vent that is the legendary lava castle, as many refer to it. So, I mean, the precursors, they knew that thermal was the best, and you know, I knew it was too. You just can't beat thermal power. There is the big one, ion power. So, yep, here now I can do ion batteries, ion power cells. This has been a fun, fantastic time, gentlemen, the four of you. You're doing a great job powering everything, but I think I've got to get back to the Cyclops, I'm afraid. Got what we came here for, got the blue tablet, got the ion power essential excitement. I might make one or two of them for now for the Cyclops, and then we can head on down to the primary containment facility and help out my actual good friend, the Sea Emperor. I call the Warpers, I call the Sea Dragons, the Reapers, my good friends. They are far from it. The Sea Emperor is like maybe the only one with the cuttlefish in the whole game, and everything else just doesn't kill you. That's, look, see, he's no friend, you know. He's not gonna be there for you in a time of need. See, I didn't want to kill you. I had to, man. He's nothing but a nuisance. Their eggs are all over the place. If you wanted to raise such a nuisance for yourself, you can if you'd like, but I personally will probably elect a different choice, which is I'm not interested. Alright, now all I gotta do is get out here without angering any of the locals, you know. Where are we sitting at? Oh, 68. They're really getting me, actually. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. Do we see a sea dragon anywhere? Does not seem so. I guess I thought there were like two in this biome and one in the one below it. So I guess they're just maybe like having a friendly joust, like at the opposite side of the lava castle, which I'm more than content with. I just like to know the specifics of the locations of very dangerous creatures. Now I just gotta find that massive crater again. It's around here somewhere. I think this. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could hit these things, but they'll just latch onto me. This isn't really what I'm looking for, but it's better than nothing. So I'm gonna go down here. I wish I could find a place where I knew there were no warpers, so I could cut all these pests off. No, this still isn't the right place because there's the lava castle up there. But I guess I need a depth upgrade before I can do that, because I can only go down a couple more meters before I'm gonna break. Mark II, plasteel and nickel. Well, I got enough nickel to give to every lava larva in this biome, so then I thought did I maybe make a plasteel? The plasteel could get me. I think the plasteel just got me. I've got to take a good long look before I do something crazy. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Really? No. I don't have a plasteel ingot. Oh, that makes things a heck of a lot more difficult. I gotta find a titanium ingot, lithium 2. I gotta find 10 titanium before I can even progress. If I even got 2 lithium, I don't even know if I have 2 lithium with me. I've been really struggling. Okay, I got 2 lithium, but I don't have 10 titanium. Oh my gosh, that is so frustrating. That is so frustrating. Are there any resource things around here? There's warpers, but I don't need any of them. If there's no titanium, none of those big deposits down here, I could be in pretty big trouble. I mean, I don't see anything down here. Oh? That's got to be titanium. And I haven't seen any warpers down here, so this could be a safe area. This has got to give me enough titanium, though. This has got to give me quite a bit for it to pay off. It's got to give me 10. I need 10. If I don't get 10, I have to find another one, which could be a lot more challenging than it sounds. All right, here we go. I don't see any warpers around. Okay, this could be good. And once I get this, I can upgrade my Cyclops. I mean, that's huge. There's 2 more there. There are 2 more there for sure. Get lost. Stupid things. I think this could be a relatively safe area to kind of get rid of some of these rascals. Get lost. Good for. I thought that was the sea dragon for a moment. That's just a ray. Yeah, go eat that. Go eat that. Lava larva. And there's no warpers down here, so this is kind of a safe little hub of sorts. Gosh darn it. Get lost. Burning alive with the lava larva. Got rid of a couple of them. Can't get rid of all of them, really. I could possibly be in trouble. Here's the prawn suit. Okay, I need to upgrade the depth in the prawn suit and the Cyclops to move forward. Mark II is 5 titanium, 2 lithium. Oh, am I gonna have enough lithium? That could stretch me. I have just enough lithium, as a matter of fact. Just enough. But I also need 5 titanium. I've only got 10. I'm gonna need to find another thing of it. I got the 3 kyanite, that's easy. I'm gonna try to kind of slink around this kind of safe area, see if I'm fortunate enough to spot a second titanium deposit. That would just be so optimal. I mean, it could be right there with that quartz, but it's so dark. I don't think there is, though. If I hug the edge of the map, if I hug the edge, then I shouldn't have any unwanted attention, because I'm not trying to cause big ruckus. I'm trying to go mining without acquiring the mineral rights. Got lots of quartz that I don't need, by the way. What I don't like is, I don't like how I haven't even so much as seen the big guy, and I have to go into areas that I haven't been in. So it's like, well, now I'm certain I'm gonna run into him. There's uranium quartz, worthless. I just need 5 titanium. Here's the titanium. I would like 5 titanium and 0 sea dragon encounters. We think that's an achievable goal? I mean, I think it could be. I think it could be, quite frankly. What about warper encounters. Could we maybe keep that number pretty low too, potentially? He's so loud. I mean, it sounds like he's right on top of me. I only need 5, but I may as well do the whole thing in case I need it again. Shh, 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 sneaky. Sneaky. Because, in all truthfulness, I really don't belong here. I got my titanium. Am I like so fortunate that like I'm just doing great if that guy hasn't shown up yet. We'll put 2 titanium in here. And I can't goof up even one thing because I have just enough materials to pull this off. It's just so great. I packed as much stuff as I did from the above world. Now what? Kyanite 3. I've got it. I've got it. So I just have to be quick enough. I mean, it's clearly nothing to fear. We've got this in the bag. We've got it under control. You think there was anything to doubt for a moment. Prawn suit 2. Mark 2. I got the titanium. 2 lithium. 3 kyanite. I got it. And 2 lithium. This is my last 2 lithium, so I hope I don't need it anywhere else, because otherwise I'll have to find some more. I got everything. We're going to do the same thing that we did with the... I don't know if it's safe in here. And I did it without any commands or cheating. Well, we're just on a roll here. And so now it can finally be done to make a push for the primary containment facility. I mean, things are going so good right now that I could almost be concerned that my luck will run out. No signs of big guys. I just got to descend in this crater. This is like, oh my gosh, this is rather epic looking, isn't it? Just look at the size of this place. Now, truthfully, I don't know which way to go. I think this is the right way to go. Through here. Here is the even meaner place towards the end of the game. Sea Emperor, what wisdom do you have for me?
I am what you see. Want to help you.
I know, I want to help you too. I'm on the way, but I might experience some pushback from the residents, the locals. The locals might not like me too much coming into their home. Here's the lava lakes. Here, I don't think the lava larva will matter too much. There's this many and I'm sitting at 100%. Let me turn the lights off, because there's got to be a big sea dragon waiting for me out here. I'm just going to stay low. Think about, there he is. Think about my Sea Emperor friend. Sea Emperor friend is right in there. And he is blockading the entrance. I think there's only one here, so if I go along this side over here, maybe I can possibly bypass him. We can do something called evasive maneuvering, defensive driving. We can call it whatever you want. Just trying to keep a low profile. I'm only a massive submarine trying to creep through a massive lava environment. No sign of him, no sign of him. Coast is clear. Unless there's a second one I need to be made aware of right now. He's over there. Push the W key in even harder. Am I this good at just avoiding problems? I'm gonna park right, here's the building right here that's so important. It's all come down to this building here. Am I this good at avoiding problems? There's gotta be a catch. He's unaware. He doesn't know about my presence. I mean, there's got to be a catch. There has to be a catch. There's no way that was that easy. No, lizard friends. Well, here's my stop. Everybody off. It works. It works. It works. It works. Take out one of those, and we'll put in a grappling arm. We'll put this rascal in because the way that the environment works is we'll definitely need a grappling arm. We will not be able to get by with just a drill arm. Make a run for... There's like nobody here to stop me. Rather anticlimactic, isn't it? I'm just really good at being stealthy, I guess. Alright, this would be like an epic screenshot. This thing's gonna come up and shock me. Magnificent. We'll scan it, but it might be mean. The place is coming to life around me here. Optimism will now return to planet 4546b because we're gonna free the Emperor. You know, they just tried so hard to get rid of the coronavirus, but all they had to do was show the Emperor a little bit of kindness and she'd give it to me. They just had to kill the virus with kindness. Kill it with kindness. And whenever I'm passing through here, it's just logical to always and constantly mine it, because then it'll start the process of generating me a second batch. So I'll go through here, I'll scan all the things. With the ion cubes, there's like a whole bunch of portals to various places very high above, so I mean that's pretty gosh darn convenient. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the portal that is in the thermal plant might actually go back up to the quarantine enforcement platform, if I'm not mistaken. Could be though. We gotta scan an unusual box and an empty case. I've never seen an empty case until this time, so I've got to learn something from it. Okay, these guys are mean. I think now that we got the ion cube fabricator, we can be comfortable with igniting some portals now. I don't really have a need to go through them until the Sea Emperor sends us on our great task at hand. I really love the interior of this building, quite frankly. It just has a very...
Appears to be a biological archive storing more than 40 indigenous specimens in different states of development.
Scan all the things. I'm not allowed to, apparently. Just has such an impressive...
New PDA data.
I mean, it just gives such a incredible look to the architecture of that they had, the precursors. I can't scan anything for some reason. It's not like I've been down here before. It just gives the strong appearance of a ancient but very powerful civilization. Magnificent. I would never do it, but can you build... It'd be funny if you could build... This would become your base. That'd be kind of humorous. Build a building inside a building. You can plant things inside the building. That's an interesting idea. There's 2 portals. I think there's 4 because there's 4 things that the Sea Emperor needs in order to make the hatching enzymes. So they're like in 4 different locations. And from that point on, the day is saved, the planet is cured, the warpers don't attack me, I disable the quarantine enforcement platform, we call it a day, I build the rocket, beat the game, and escape. Alright, you get busy and start making me some more of those. I think it's the most brilliant tactic. They've got like this they've got like these incredible portals that can just transport across the map what would maybe like take, you know, say 20-30 minutes to get from this location to wherever this portal is, maybe longer than that. You can do it instantly, but you cannot skip past difficulties. Like you cannot go from the quarantine enforcement platform to the thermal plant. You cannot jump through all of the Lost River. You are forced to explore. You are forced to acknowledge them and pay attention to all of them.
Integrating new PDA data.
They're trying to craft an environment to where they can hold a sea emperor in captivity, but it just really doesn't work too well, unfortunately. And just every room in this last portion is just, it's a final telling of the full story. I thought there was a little bit more going on in this room. Surely I didn't miss anything, right? I don't guess so. But it's a final unveiling of all the story, which is just really great. It's a great payoff when you're kind of discovering things for the first time. There just really is such a rich backstory with this game that they really didn't leave much just kind of left for or whatever. They really put time and care into every aspect of it. I think that's all the portals. There's just that one more additional door to unlock, and I'm just really hoping I've got the necessary tablets. I'll mine these cubes one more time. May as well do it because it takes a moment for it to generate, and then that way I can just kind of have a stockpile for the future ion power that I will have to make use of for the various batteries and the rocket itself. The power bringing, I mean, everything about this place is just incredible. It's awesome. This is kind of a sad portion here where they they're just desperate, so they've taken extreme measures to try to force the Sea Emperor's eggs open, which of course was not going to yield any results for them. They needed to kill the virus with kindness, not cruelty. Alright, but I think that is pretty much everything. I need to scan this and maybe get these cubes one more time. But apart from that, I think we're ready to venture into the... I just have to craft the blue tablet. I just go through there and we encounter the magnificent Sea Emperor and help her with her task of hatching her young and freeing them into the outside world. But we'll mine these one more time first. This thing might get tired of me after a while. We're doing some good crafting here. And I mean, everything will be just fine. There's sea dragon. Oh my gosh! There's the sea dragon. He's coming up. I'm not worried about him now because I got to everywhere I needed to be. I used some fantastic evasive maneuvering through this playthrough. He's upset about it, but that's alright. We got like almost like an observatory set up. He was like hiding on the other side of the Cyclops. That could have really ended up being pretty gosh darn bad. If he like poked his little head out and had some enjoyment breathing fire all over me right now. Before I get distracted laughing about the sea dragon blue tablet, kyanite 2. I want to kind of conserve my kyanite because I'm not sure to what extent I will need it for the rocket. He's looking for me. He just doesn't know where to find me. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, folks. Be cool to get like a picture of the Cyclops kind of like at the alien containment unit. It's like the final destination. But really, I don't know if it's worth it. I could do it like after I'm cured, because that way I don't, at least don't have to worry about warpers. It'd be cool if you got one with the alien containment unit, the Cyclops, and the Sea Dragon like circling out and about around. All right, well here's kind of the moment here. Here's the moment that we've kind of been waiting for. Beneath this pool is the Sea Emperor.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone.
It's
They
getting some
now they're gone.
good screenshots of everything.
We have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Well, I would swim with it, but it sure has been swimming against me, that's for sure. She's majestic. We will be down to help in just a short moment, but I did want to get some good pictures of the Sea Emperor animation of her kind of emerging to greet us at the entrance, just because it's a once per game animation. So I did want to get some screenshots of it, just so they could later on be framed, because I really do like my Sea Emperor, you know. And she's only going to be around for a short time, unfortunately. And here, if my memory serves me correctly,
Detecting unusually passive
the
patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
despite the loud neighbors, the like stalkers and stuff do not attack. Oh, we're getting some magnificent pictures here.
Scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare plant-like life form which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
Ah, magnificent. I don't know if you could have a more majestic creature here at the end of the game. I'd like to get another shot of her kind of coming towards me. I know I'm dying. I could possibly be dying as much as the planet right now. And it would be kind of funny, is the whole Sea Emperor exhibit just full of the peepers that have the enzyme with him? I gotta make a trip back up to the Cyclops real quick. I am dying of thirst, and this building is so big, I don't know if I'll be able to get out of it in time. I know I'm a bit of a tourist when it came to meeting the Sea Emperor, but for those who know, she will tragically not be around forever. And, you know, she's a one of one, you know, the Sea Emperor. And so we came all this way, and so I'm going to get some magnificent pictures to kind of, you know, hold her memory in some picture frames in a future, perhaps a future or current base, because, you know, she is the one that's making all this possible. And while there are going to be additional Sea Emperors, there's only one Mama Sea Emperor. But I did want to get some some pictures of the Sea Emperor while she's around, you know, because she would be one of my favorites. I really don't. I mean, there's some creatures I don't like in this game. I just straight up don't like. I think the game would maybe be better off without them. But there are some I like them because they look cool, even though they're very mean, hateful little things and big things. But the Sea Emperor is one of those exceptions. She's friendly and she's awesome. And you don't have that with some creatures. And she's a one of one, like with reefbacks. I love reefbacks, but they're in all the grassy plateaus. They're in sparse reef. You know, they are sprinkled quite nicely about. This bone shark, he's like interested in possibly attacking me, and then he remembers that, oh, yeah, I can't do that here. But I think we have we're getting a good memory of the Sea Emperor while we've got her. Get some small creatures with a very big one. She's so fast. But this was the point of the game I wanted to get to by the end of this video. I felt like I made some great progress. I got all the way through those nasty lava portions of the game they are the mean part towards the end of the game, you know. But I'm satisfied with getting here. In the next video we will do the mission that she has that the precursors could not do. We were going to do what aliens could not do. It's going to be unbelievable. We're going to save the planet. May as well just kind of finish the game there, build the rocket there in the next video. Probably just finish everything as a whole. But with that, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I know I definitely did. We hope to see you in the next one. And as always, thank you so much for watching.